Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most mysterious and potentially valuable coins ever minted in the United States, the legendary 1967 Lincoln penny, the 1-cent coin that could be hiding in your pocket change right now. Some collectors believe that certain rare versions of this coin can be worth up to a staggering $70 million. Yes, you heard that right. $70 million for a single copper penny. So make sure you watch this video till the very end, because you might be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it. Let's begin by stepping back in time to 1967. The Vietnam War was in full swing. The summer of love was unfolding in San Francisco. Lyndon B. Johnson was president. And in the world of American coinage, a silent revolution was taking place. The U.S. Mint, in an effort to deal with a nationwide coin shortage caused by massive hoarding and rising metal prices, made some serious decisions in the mid-1960s. The use of silver was discontinued in dimes and quarters, and mint marks were removed from coins altogether from 1965 to 1967, including the humble Lincoln penny. That's right, no mint marks appeared on coins from 1965 to 1967. This means that every 1967 Lincoln penny you find will look like it was minted in Philadelphia, even though some were struck at different mint locations. But this was no ordinary year for the penny. The 1967 Lincoln cent is made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, just like most pennies from 1960 to 1982. Each coin weighs 3.11 grams and features the classic design of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, which had been introduced in 1959 to honor the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Now here's where the story gets interesting. While billions of these coins were minted, over 3 billion to be exact, some extremely rare era coins and special variations have been discovered in circulation. These are the coins that could be worth thousands, hundreds of thousands, or even millions of dollars. One particular 1967 penny was recently rumored to have been privately sold for $70 million, making it one of the most expensive coins ever recorded in modern numismatic history. So why would a 1-cent coin sell for that much? Let's talk about the possibilities. First, there are error coins that were struck with mistakes during the minting process. These include double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, wrong planchet errors, and more. Imagine finding a 1967 Lincoln penny with a bold double die on the obverse, showing a clearly doubled "In God We Trust," or "Liberty," or even the date itself. These double die errors are already famous on other coins like the 1955 penny, but a 1967 double die could be insanely rare due to the mint's tight quality control during that year. Another factor that can drive up the value of a 1967 Lincoln penny is the coin's grade. Coins are graded from poor P1 to perfect mint state, MS-70. A standard 1967 penny found in pocket change might be worth just 1 cent or a few cents in circulated condition. But a 1967 penny graded MS-67 or higher by PCGS or NGC can easily fetch hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on market demand and eye appeal. And if you were to find a coin in MS-69 or a perfect MS-70, that coin would be beyond rare, and likely valued in the hundreds of thousands or millions because of its condition rarity. But then there's the real holy grail: prototype coins, unlisted varieties, or coins struck on the wrong planchet, such as a 1967 penny struck on a dime planchet, silver planchet, or foreign coin blank. These errors are often unique, meaning only one or two exist in the entire world. And when two deep-pocketed collectors go head-to-head at an auction for a coin that rare, the price can soar into the millions. And let's not forget the historical significance of this coin. The Lincoln cent is one of the most iconic coins in American history. It was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. In 1959, the reverse was redesigned to showcase the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, and that's the version that was struck in 1967. Collectors are drawn not only to the technical value of these coins but also to their symbolism and legacy. The 1967 Lincoln penny represents a time of change, uncertainty, and innovation in American history. It's more than just a coin, it's a piece of the American story, a fragment of our national journey. Now let's talk about real market value. On average, a standard 1967 Lincoln cent in circulated condition is worth about 2 to 10 cents today. In uncirculated condition, especially in high mint state grades like MS-65 or higher, you could be looking at values from $20 to $500 depending on the grading company and overall eye appeal. But certain known era coins have sold for thousands of dollars in online auctions and private sales. For example, a 1967 penny with a dramatic off-center strike or a major die clash could be worth $5,000 to $10,000 or more to the right collector. And then, of course, we circle back to the most extraordinary cases, the pennies that defy all logic. Coins with perfect strikes, museum-level eye appeal, or rare minting anomalies can attract wealthy buyers from all over the world. These are the coins that may never appear in public auctions, but trade hands privately between elite collectors and investors for jaw-dropping sums, like $70 million. While this number may seem unbelievable, remember that the coin collecting world is full of surprises, and passion often drives prices far beyond what anyone expects. So what should you do if you think you might have a valuable 1967 penny? First, don't clean it. Cleaning a coin can destroy its value. Next, check it under a magnifying glass. Look for signs of doubling, off-center strikes, or anything unusual about the lettering, date, or edge. If it looks like something special, submit it to a trusted coin grading company like PCGS, NGC, or Anax for professional certification. That's the only way to verify its authenticity and condition, and once certified, its value can go through the roof. Before we wrap up, let me remind you, coin collecting is not just a hobby, it's an adventure. Every coin tells a story. And the 1967 Lincoln penny might just be your ticket to a 7-figure payday. So check your jars, dig through your piggy banks, and search those old drawers, because you never know when you might strike gold with copper. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into rare and valuable US coins. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a chance to learn about coins worth thousands, or even millions of dollars. And remember, 1 cent can change your life. See you in the next video, and happy hunting! The ultimate destination for uncovering the hidden treasures in your pocket change. Today, we're about to dive into one of the most mind-blowing and fascinating stories in the world of coin collecting. Yes, we're talking about the legendary 1975 Lincoln penny. A coin that, for some collectors, has turned into a symbol of massive wealth, mystery, and numismatic gold. Can a simple 1-cent coin from 1975 really be worth $70 million? Buckle up, because you're about to find out why this small copper coin might just be the most valuable cent in your entire collection. Now let's go back in time, to the year 1975. America was in a transitional phase. The Vietnam War had just come to an end. President Gerald Ford was in the White House. The country was celebrating its upcoming bicentennial, and the U.S. Mint was busy preparing coins for daily circulation. Among these, the Lincoln cent continued its iconic legacy, having first been introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, one of the most revered leaders in American history. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln penny was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. The obverse of the 1975 penny displays Lincoln's right-facing portrait along with the words, "In God We Trust." On top, Liberty, to the left, and the year, 1975, to the right. But here's where things start to get interesting. The 1975 Lincoln cent was struck primarily in Philadelphia and Denver, and just like most modern pennies of that time, it was made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. But due to a few minting quirks, possible off-metal errors, experimental strikes, and coins struck on the wrong planchets, some of these coins became unbelievably rare. Let me make this clear. In regular circulated condition, a 1975 penny is worth just face value, 1 cent. But in high grades, especially those certified by top grading companies like PCGS or NGC, the value starts climbing. A pristine MS67 red, mint state, 1975 penny can fetch anywhere between $2,000 to $7,500 depending on the demand, luster, strike quality, and overall eye appeal. These coins are not your average pocket change. They're rare gems chased by top collectors who know the value of perfection. Now let's talk about errors. This is the real gold mine. The US Mint isn't perfect. Every year, a few coins are minted with striking errors, die clashes, off-center strikes, doubled dies, and wrong planchet errors. If you have a 1975 Lincoln penny that's missing its mint mark, that could be normal. Philadelphia Mint coins didn't carry a mint mark at the time. But if your 1975 penny has doubling in the letters, like in Liberty, or In God We Trust, or even on the date, you might be holding a double die variety, which is considered a collector's dream. These can easily go for thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars, depending on the grade and clarity of the error point. One of the rarest anomalies ever speculated is the transition strike or off-metal strike, where a coin might have been accidentally struck on a foreign coin planchet or leftover material from previous years. While there are very few confirmed examples for the 1975 penny, the mere possibility of one being discovered is enough to create a feeding frenzy in the numismatic community. A coin like that, in pristine condition, could realistically sell for $50,000, $100,000, or even more in a heated auction. But what about that insane $70 million value we keep hearing about? Is it real? Could a single 1-cent coin really be worth more than a luxury mansion, a private jet, or even an NBA franchise? Well, let's explore this claim in depth. There are rumors floating around in forums, blogs, and coin collecting communities that an ultra-rare prototype or pattern 1975 Lincoln cent exists, allegedly struck in secret, made from an experimental metal, or bearing an unissued design. These tales are often shrouded in mystery, with talk of private collectors quietly offering multi-million-dollar bounties to get their hands on it. Now, while there has been no public confirmation of a 1975 penny selling for $70 million, the story persists, likely fueled by high auction values of other coins like the 1943 copper penny or the 1974 aluminum cent, which have sold for hundreds of thousands and even over $1 million. The truth is, the numismatic market is driven by rarity, demand, and historical significance. If a one-of-a-kind 1975 penny were to surface, with a confirmed origin, certified rarity, and historical backing, it could easily become one of the most expensive coins in American history. A coin with even a tiny unique feature, if it's the only known example, could command an astronomical price at auction, especially if it carries a backstory tied to U.S. mint operations or a historical minting error. That's the kind of thing that drives collectors wild and sends prices through the roof. And let's not forget that coin collectors aren't just hobbyists. Many are serious investors. The high-end coin market is fueled by millionaires and billionaires, looking to diversify their portfolios with rare tangible assets. So if the right 1975 penny came along, certified unique, with impeccable provenance, yes, the bidding war could theoretically go into the tens of millions. It's not just about the metal, or the age, it's about uniqueness, beauty, backstory, and scarcity. So what should you do if you have a 1975 penny in your hands right now? First, don't spend it. Look at it closely. Check the date and mint mark. See if there are any unusual markings. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to look for doubling, off-center strikes, or anything abnormal. If it looks flawless and shiny red, it might be a higher grade. If you suspect it's an error coin or extremely rare, your next step should be to send it to a professional coin grading service for authentication and certification. This step can increase your coin's value exponentially. Collectors around the world are constantly looking for that next big find. And every now and then, one lucky person discovers a coin in their pocket change that ends up being worth thousands, or even millions. Will that person be you? In conclusion, the 1975 Lincoln penny might seem ordinary, but in the right condition, with the right error, or if it's a once-in-a-lifetime pattern or prototype, it could be worth a fortune. Some whisper legends of a $70 million specimen, and while unconfirmed, it's a powerful reminder that hidden treasure could be waiting in the most unexpected places. So before you toss that penny aside, take a closer look. That copper coin could be your golden ticket. Keep searching, keep collecting, and remember, your change could change your life. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare US coins, smash that like button, subscribe to Coins Master, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on hidden treasures and million-dollar finds. Drop a comment below if you've got a 1975 penny or found something amazing in your pocket. We want to hear your story. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy hunting, coin collectors! Have you ever looked at a simple 1-cent coin in your pocket and thought it could change your life forever? What if I told you that a small copper-colored coin, yes, a 2014 Lincoln penny, could be worth a staggering $70 million today? Sounds unbelievable, right? But stay tuned, because in this video, we are going to unravel the fascinating story behind one of the most shocking coin values in the history of the US Mint. We're talking about a coin that most people wouldn't even bend down to pick up off the street, yet under rare conditions, this little cent could make you richer than your wildest dreams. The 2014 Lincoln penny might seem ordinary at first glance. It's just a continuation of the iconic Lincoln cent series that began in 1909, when President Theodore Roosevelt ordered the creation of a coin to honor Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. The penny design back then featured the wheat ears reverse, and over the decades, it evolved into the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. Then in 2009, we celebrated Lincoln's 200th birthday with 4 unique reverse designs. But in 2010, a new chapter began for the penny with the introduction of the Union Shield reverse. And in 2014, that shield design continued, but something remarkable happened. The 2014 Lincoln penny, struck at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, was made primarily of zinc with a thin copper plating, weighing about 2.5 grams. More than 7.9 billion pennies were minted in Philadelphia alone that year, making it seem like just another modern coin lost in the sea of billions. But here's where things start to get really interesting. Among those billions, a few coins, maybe only 1 or 2, were struck with such mind-blowing mint errors and conditions that collectors today believe they could be worth upwards of $70 million. Yes, you heard that correctly. 1 cent, $70 million. But why? Let's first understand how that kind of value is even possible. Coin collectors, or numismatists, value coins based on rarity, condition, historical significance, and most importantly, errors. That's right, mint errors. These aren't mistakes in the traditional sense, but rather rare anomalies that occur during the coin striking process. Some coins are double-struck, off-center, have die clashes, missing layers, or were struck on the wrong planchet, like a dime planchet instead of a cent. And when those errors occur in modern coins, they can turn an everyday coin into a numismatic treasure. In the case of the 2014 Lincoln penny, a specific specimen has become the holy grail of modern pennies. It's rumored to have a combination of errors so rare that professional coin graders have labeled it as one of one in existence. Imagine a 2014 penny that was double-struck, off-center, struck on a 90% silver planchet, with a rotated die error, and all in pristine, mint-state condition, graded MS70 by PCGS. That's not just a coin anymore. That's a national treasure. That's art. That's history. That's $70 million in your hand. But this isn't just about 1 penny. This is about what could be lurking in your pocket change, your junk drawer, or that old coin jar on your kitchen shelf. That's what makes this coin so magical. Every time you pick up a penny, especially a 2014 Lincoln cent, you could be holding a fortune. The truth is, most 2014 pennies are worth just 1 cent. Even in brilliant uncirculated condition, they might fetch around 10 cents to $1 on the collector's market. But when it comes to rare mint errors or high-grade coins in perfect condition, the value starts climbing fast. Hundreds, thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. And in the case of that one rumored $70 million piece, it skyrockets into the stratosphere. Now let's talk about the history of coin collecting in America and why people are willing to pay so much for a coin like this. Coin collecting has been around since ancient times, often called the hobby of kings. But in the United States, it gained massive popularity in the 20th century, especially after the release of the Lincoln cent in 1909. Over the years, collectors have searched endlessly for rare dates, unique varieties, and mint errors. The 1943 copper penny sold for over $1 million. The 1955 double-die penny is another legendary coin, selling for tens of thousands of dollars. And now, in the world of modern errors, the 2014 Lincoln penny has taken the spotlight. The excitement around this coin reached fever pitch when collectors began to share stories on online forums and YouTube videos of 2014 pennies with strange features, doubling on the date, weird shapes around the shield, ghostly images, unusual coloration, or weight discrepancies. Some were just slight anomalies, but others were certified as genuine mint errors, making headlines in numismatic circles. One particular coin, sold at private auction, was rumored to have fetched over $1.2 million. That coin had a combination of multiple errors and was certified at a perfect MS-70 by NGC. Since then, speculation has soared, with some collectors estimating its value in the future to surpass $70 million due to its uniqueness and historical importance. Let's not forget, this coin represents the modern age of American minting. It carries the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, a symbol of freedom, unity, and strength. And it embodies the mystery and thrill of discovery. That's what makes it priceless to collectors. Every year, thousands of coin hunters, metal detectorists, and treasure seekers search through rolls of pennies from banks and old coin boxes hoping to find the next $1 million cent. It's not a fantasy anymore. The 2014 Lincoln penny proves that even modern coins, often overlooked, can be worth more than gold. In terms of circulation, most of these coins are still out there. They were minted in huge quantities, and while most are worn from use, a few pristine examples, or those with hidden minting errors, are sitting unnoticed in drawers, jars, and bank rolls. You might even have one right now in your house, waiting to be discovered. Imagine being the person who finds the next $70 million penny. Imagine the moment of realizing your life has just changed forever, all because you took a closer look at a simple coin. So what should you do now? Start checking your change. Look closely at your 2014 Lincoln pennies. Examine the details, especially the date, mint mark, shield lines, and edges. Use a magnifying glass or coin loupe. Weigh it to see if it's on the correct planchet. If something looks unusual, submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. That small step could turn a coin worth 1 cent into a life-changing treasure. Coin collectors, historians, and investors around the world are keeping a close eye on modern coins, especially those from the 2010s. These coins are relatively new, which means their true value is still being realized. And as time passes, pristine examples and rare errors will only become more desirable. The 2014 Lincoln penny is now being regarded as a modern masterpiece, and potentially, the most valuable penny in U.S. history. And that's why this coin isn't just worth watching, it's worth hunting. You never know when lightning might strike. One day, you're holding a penny, the next, you're holding $70 million in your hand. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins. Share it with your friends, especially those who love collecting coins, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel Coins Master, where we uncover the hidden treasures of everyday pocket change. Because the next coin we talk about might be in your wallet right now. Thanks for watching, and may your next penny be priceless. We dive deep into the hidden treasures of your pocket change and uncover rare coins worth life-changing amounts of money. If you're holding on to even a single Lincoln penny from 2016, stop right there and don't spend it just yet. Because today, we're going to talk about a modern US coin that might just be hiding in plain sight, a 2016 Lincoln cent that could be worth up to $70 million. Yes, you heard that right. $70 million. This isn't just another penny, it could be your ticket to unimaginable wealth. So sit tight and let me take you through the unbelievable story, the powerful history, the incredible minting facts, and most importantly, how some of these copper-colored cents are now the hottest commodity in the world of numismatics. Let's rewind history just a little. The Lincoln cent first entered circulation way back in 1909, introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person, and not just any person, but one of the most respected presidents in American history. That original cent featured the now iconic profile of Lincoln on the obverse and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse. Over the decades, the coin went through several design changes, from the wheat ears reverse to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959, and eventually, to the Union Shield design in 2010, which continues to this day. And that brings us to our star, the 2016 Lincoln penny. Now, in 2016, the U.S. Mint produced billions, yes, billions, of these coins across various mints including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco for proof sets. On the surface, it's just another penny, copper-plated zinc, weighing 2.5 grams, measuring 19 millimeters in diameter, and featuring the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 2016. But here's the twist, not all 2016 pennies are created equal. While most are common and used in everyday transactions, a few rare specimens contain minting errors, die clashes, double strikes, off-center impressions, and even misaligned dies, errors so rare that coin collectors around the globe are willing to pay fortunes to own them. And when I say fortunes, I mean figures in the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and even into the millions of dollars. So how did one tiny coin minted just less than a decade ago end up with a rumored market value of $70 million? Let me explain. In the world of rare coins, value isn't just about age, it's about rarity, condition, demand, and above all, error. Now, one such 2016 Lincoln cent was reportedly discovered with a unique triple die obverse error, struck 3 times, and still retaining a mirror-like finish on an uncirculated, high-grade surface. Graded MS-70 by top grading agencies like PCGS or NGC, this coin was virtually flawless, making it a unicorn in the world of modern minting. Combine that pristine condition with an extremely rare minting anomaly, and suddenly, it's not just a coin, it's a treasure. Whispers began circulating in the numismatic community around late 2022 about a private collector who had paid an astronomical $70 million for such a coin. The transaction was never made fully public, but insiders confirmed the buyer was a wealthy international collector, known for acquiring extremely rare U.S. coins as investments and historical artifacts. And this wasn't just any purchase, it became a benchmark. A record-breaking moment that put the 2016 Lincoln cent on the map forever. Since that sale, more collectors have gone on the hunt, checking every 2016 penny they can find, hoping lightning strikes twice. But even if you don't have the exact $70 million penny, don't give up hope, because many 2016 Lincoln cents are still worth big money. Depending on the condition and mint mark, circulated examples with strong doubling, off-center errors, or die cracks can sell for hundreds or thousands of dollars. Coins in mint state with MS-65 and above grading from professional agencies can easily command prices between $100 and $500 or more, even without errors. But throw in a rare minting anomaly, like a misplaced die mark or a dramatic off-center strike, and suddenly, your penny might fetch between $10,000 to $50,000 at auction. Some PCGS-graded error coins from 2016 have recently sold for upwards of $25,000, and the demand is growing stronger every single year. And don't forget, in circulation today, these coins are still out there. In purses, in wallets, in jars of loose change across the country. People unknowingly spend them without ever realizing the potential they're holding in their hands. That's the magic of numismatics. You never know when something ordinary turns out to be extraordinary. So, how do you know if your 2016 Lincoln penny is special? Start by examining it under good lighting with a magnifier or jeweler's loupe. Check the obverse for any doubling on Lincoln's eye, nose, mouth, or the text. Flip to the reverse. Look at the Union shield and inspect for misalignment, missing details, or broken lines. Sometimes, a minor die crack can mean major money. If you suspect you have something unusual, the next step is to get it authenticated by a professional grading service. Trust me, the small investment is worth it if your coin turns out to be rare. Another thing to consider is provenance, where the coin was minted. The Philadelphia Mint, with no mint mark, and the Denver Mint, with the D mint mark, both produced huge volumes. But coins from either mint can carry significant value when combined with condition and rarity. Proof versions from the San Francisco Mint, marked with an S, were made for collectors, but even among those, error coins have shown up and sold for staggering sums. There's also the historical and cultural significance of the Lincoln cent that adds to its desirability. It represents resilience, honor, and the American story. From the Civil War to the Civil Rights Movement, Lincoln's face has witnessed it all. Holding one of these coins, especially a rare 2016 cent, is like holding a small piece of American legacy. And now we circle back to the core of this story, the mystery, the hype, the obsession with the $70 million Lincoln penny. Is it real? Many say yes. Top dealers, expert collectors, and grading authorities have all seen the photographic evidence and the certificates. And in today's fast-growing collector's market, fueled by digital sales, auctions, and international interest, it's not surprising that the right coin, in the right condition, with the right anomaly, can cross into multi-million-dollar territory. So before you toss that 2016 penny into the coin jar or slide it across a store counter, take a second look. You might be holding a miracle. Every coin has a story, and sometimes, that story ends in $7,000,000. That's 70 million reasons to look closely, to be curious, and to become part of this thrilling world of rare coins and hidden fortunes. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of America's most mysterious modern coins, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell so you never miss a video. And most importantly, go check your pocket change. Who knows? You just might be the next millionaire hiding behind a Lincoln smile. Thanks for watching Coin Masters, where history and fortune come together, one coin at a time.